Hi, everyone. It's the Besties. And guess who we have here? Jay Bradley. Woo, woo, woo. Hi, Jay. Welcome.
Can I be like the third bestie?
Yes.
Or the second bestie? Bestie.
You're a
bestie.
three.
Thank you.
You're our super hot fit bestie. Welcome out, Jay. We've been talking about you.
I've been called worse things. I will take that. I will take that. Thank you.
Gold. Yay! Thank you so much for being a part of the Try Something New Challenge and the Sprint 8 program. We are so excited what you're doing for us and
I
collaborating.
love what you girls are doing. It's my pleasure. Seriously. Like, this is so awesome. And you have such a fun way to do it that it's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah.
I love it.
No, it's great.
We brought Jay on here today, you guys, to not only introduce him to our community, but we really want you to get excited about what not only he's doing for us, but we want you to experience everything that he has to offer, not only on his Jay Bradley lifestyle, but his books that he has to offer, his coaching he has to offer, and just what he embraces all in life. So we are going to interview him with some amazing questions, get his tips and tricks, and go from there.
Yeah.
I should have dressed up maybe.
Oh, no, it's good.
It's
You would be wearing our amazing workout clothes, but we wouldn't.
It's just our lumberjack shirt.
It's just one of those days. It's been like, nonstop since the gym. And so here we are.
Yay! We love it.
Lifestyle now.
Yeah. Bestie lifestyle. So we are super excited about the Jay Bradley lifestyle and the Bestie lifestyle coming together. And if you notice, it is about lifestyle. And we are trying to be in the best wellness, whole body wellness that we've ever been. And so, Jay, what you're all about and what you're doing for this world and for us and this community, thank you for that. And we honor you for that. So we are going to, if you're okay with it, give you some questions.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
It's not about my family, is it, or anything?
No, we can save that for later.
It'll be the next interview. It'll be what's your favorite Ready part?
And it's not about that record I have, right? The jail record? Is it the jail from jail? Oh, never mind.
No.
Actually, no. I was just kidding.
And this is why we left him, because he's about as mellow as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we wanted to start out. So most of you on here, if you do not know about this yet, go look back in the feeds. We'll also post a link to Jay's Sprint 8 program. Christy and I have been starting this program. We're 3 Sprint 8s in every other day.
Amazing.
And it has been amazing. One of the things, though, we found, we ran into a little bit of a problem at the gym. There weren't enough ellipticals. So we got
common problem.
We got creative and we tried it on the spin bike. We didn't do the seated lifestyle type bike, but we did the spin bike. And we definitely noticed a difference. So we actually did our first Sprint 8 program on one of the bikes and then did the elliptical the next 2 times. My gosh, what a difference. So our first question is, why is there such a difference? And kind of it's a 2-part. Are we okay to use something else and modify if we need to, but just also because it's so different, what the elliptical and the benefits of the elliptical are for us?
Yeah, no, definitely. So yes, you can do it on numerous different machines. You can do it outdoors, but what I like to say is for people starting out especially, the elliptical is absolutely the best. And it's also the safest. When you're sprinting as fast as you can, you don't want to be falling off like the treadmill, for example, right? I don't want a lawsuit. All right.
That is why I'm laughing.
Who has all seen somebody go flying off the treadmill?
Face on and doesn't let go.
There was a great video of that. The guy falls off and then a woman walks by and he just does push-ups, right? He's like, no, it's supposed to happen.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, the main difference between the bike that you did and the elliptical is that really with the elliptical, you are using all of your legs and your butt because you're standing. So you're in a standing motion. And the great thing about it as well is you can do no hands and really engage your abs as well as your upper body and almost twist and really flex. With the bike, a lot of times you can kind of get up and do it, but you're really not accessing your biggest muscles, which is your butt and your legs. And that's how we burn fat. That's how we release the human growth hormone. That's how we get, things really moving, is by accessing those big muscles. So I talk about the recumbent bike in my book. You can do it on that. That's one where you're seated back a little bit. But again, to me, the best results are the elliptical, because you can really engage everything, really flex your butt and your legs where you can't on that bike. So that's probably what you were feeling, right? The main difference.
Completely. No wonder I felt
Yeah,
so much.
yeah, like Jello
Wow.
legs, our booty. I agree with it. Like I was like, why are my obliques sore? I had to think about what
Yes.
did I do?
Yes. And I've been doing it for at least 3 years, like consistently. That's all I do for cardio. And every time I finish, I'm walking. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm still, even though I've been doing it, I'm constantly, I'm pushing harder, and I'm, trying different levels and things like that, but I still feel it, and I'm still getting the results. You can also do it running. Again, be careful. I sometimes will break it up if I get a little bored, and I will go on the treadmill and do about a 7 incline. And then I will ramp it up, start sprinting, and then I have to hop off the treadmill and hang on and turn it down, and then walk again. So you can do that. You have to be careful.
Okay. So that brings up a really cool question. So let's say that the besties are traveling, or some of our Bestie Lifestyle kids are traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go ahead, if we don't have access to a gym, and do this outside? Is that an okay idea to just try to sprint really hard for that 30 seconds?
Absolutely. I do it sometimes in the Hollywood Hills, just up here.
Nice.
It's so beautiful out. And sometimes I just want to get some fresh air. Well, it's not fresh, but you know what I mean. It's probably worse outside than inside. I do it sometimes in the hills as well. So I won't necessarily keep track of like 8 or so sprints. But in my mind, I'll just sprint as hard as I can, walk, sprint again. Definitely you can do it outdoors.
Okay.
Do it
That's
on the
so
beach, anywhere.
Oh. Well, we're going to have to go find the beach, because Jay says we can do it at the beach.
Yeah, you can do it in the mountains in Tahoe.
Yay! Oh, that's so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But we also, so the recumbent bike would be a better choice than a spin bike or
Mm-hmm.
a fully seated. So that's great to know.
Definitely. But I really think, and with ellipticals, I should specify, there are so many different kinds now, as you've probably seen in the gym. And like I went to the newest Equinox here, and I was excited to try out. To be honest, none of them were suitable to do the Sprint 8. There was like this weird resistance and like lack of movement somehow. So you really want to make sure to find something that feels right with ellipticals, because there's so many styles out there.
So they're like those pre-core old school ellipticals. They're my favorite, because they don't have the things, and you can let go and really swing your arms and not hit your fists against things.
That's true. Well, the ones I use at my gym do have the arm.
Okay.
The arm movement ones, but I don't use them, and I manage not to hit myself.
Yeah, we noticed you get yourself real tucked in there. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. That was another gym, but yeah, that was also a good machine.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Oh, my
All
pleasure.
right, question 2. You ready?
Well, the biggest thing we were talking about when we first were introduced to this program by you, you were talking about how we need to increase our fats.
That's right.
And you were talking about a couple of really good items to add into our diet that are the good fats to increase in our diet. So what are the good fats we were talking about, and what are the benefits of having those in our diet?
Great. Well, polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats are really the best. Even saturated fats like that of meat and chicken, and even chicken skin, not as bad as we actually thought, but really good in particular to bring in mono and poly. And so that would be avocados, nuts and seeds, olive oil, coconut oil, crazy about it, certain vegetable oils. And you could even bring in some more, raw dairy and raw butter and things like that. But primarily, and fish as well, and sardines and things like that are essential. Omega-3 oils, really high in sardines, for example. I know you don't like sardines. But salmon as well, and flax and things like that. Omega-3s, we're getting so much omega-6 in our diet that we're outweighing the 3s, and then that's in like cereals and processed foods. It's really important to bring in omega-3s, and I talk a lot about taking krill oil as a wonderful supplement. It's one of those fish oils, well, those little shrimp-like critters at the bottom of the Antarctic, and you don't broke them, which is great. But if you're not taking that, then just eating some of the things we talked about. And the reason we do that, contrary to what I learned when I was first a fitness trainer years ago, was fat actually helps to burn fat.
Yeah.
This is like the latest research now, which is crazy. So it doesn't mean you can go and eat a whole cake and think you're going to get skinny.
Yeah, that kind of
Good
stuff.
fats. Yeah, but we're increasing sometimes 40, 50% fat in our diet. And the main reason that this works is because it satiates us longer. Very simple. When you have nuts, if you're snacking on a bunch of nuts or avocado, you really don't feel hungry. And you're going to probably find that with this intermittent fasting stuff you're doing, that sometimes I'll go hours and hours and I'm not hungry. And, and I work out pretty hard. So it's the fats. It's the fat that really, and so what does that do? It keeps you from eating carbohydrates, number one.
Yeah.
Carbs are, really the problem with inflammation and with weight gain.
Yeah. No, you're
So good fats will just satiate us longer. And then, of course, our skin looks better when we have more omega-3s and good fats, and it also reduces, harmful cholesterol, increases the healthy cholesterol. So there's a bunch of benefits. But the main one is you're not as hungry.
Yeah, no, you're right. And
we noticed that right away. That was really an amazing thing to experience. And also, I got to tell you, I'm just growing up in the time where they all, everything was a fat-free diet. So as long as you didn't eat fat, skim milk, all of it. And so it is this, your brain has to readjust. My brain had to readjust. Like, are we sure this is not going to make us fat? Because we are putting coconut oil in our shakes.
And
Jay said.
Oh my gosh, we love the coconut. Mm-hmm. We're cooking everything with coconut oil, and it is amazing flavor enhancer.
And we had nuts today with us because we couldn't blend our shake with the coconut oil, so we went ahead and just grabbed a handful of raw almonds and cashews.
Yep.
So good.
So good. And our bodies were like, thank you, which is crazy. So we're excited to report back on what that does with the Besties bouteilles.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, and I know, you probably know this, but coconut oil really, it takes well to high heat. So if you are baking or pan frying or something, you want to use coconut oil, or there's some noise outside. Can you hear that?
Some like thunder was coming through your door.
It's the garbage truck.
Oh.
But olive oil is best to use raw and, to drizzle as opposed to cooking with it and things like that. But yeah, keep it up. You're doing so well.
Yay. Thank you, Jay. Okay. So one of the things we haven't spoken about yet in the Bestie lifestyle is chromium and green tea.
Okay.
So the power of chromium and green tea, we would like to ask you about that and just kind of the specifics on what that means, where you're going to go get your chromium, and what kind of chromium, and then are we drinking 500 gallons of green tea? What are we doing to do that?
You'll be like, oh, where's your other bestie go?
So something was beeping in the background, so she's going to be right back.
I feel like I should close my window. Can you hear me okay?
Hey, this is the Bestie lifestyle. We can do whatever I want. You do whatever you want.
I'm even going to walk and do it.
See, and then we get a tour of what
there's LA.
Lifestyle. Oh, see? Oh!
Isn't it crazy?
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, the Besties want to do their next workout there.
I know, let's do it in the hills. All right. Yes, chromium, my two favorite supplements. Chromium is something we get in our diet. It's really difficult, though. It's in molasses. It's not really easy to get. And as we get older, we often get deficient in it. By supplementing chromium, the one I suggest is polynicotinate. There's also chromium picolinate, which is not bad, but polynicotinate is my choice. And doing about 400 micrograms a day, what it does, it actually helps to level out your blood sugar. So again, we go back to like the carbs that, help us, they make our blood sugar fluctuate, and our insulin as well. So this just helps to process any glucose we have. And it seems to just access the fat stores and help you to burn fat and to build lean muscle. But again, it takes away all these cravings for sweets. That's something you'll probably notice. Because you have more of a stabilized blood sugar, you don't have those cravings as much. I swear by it. I think everybody should take it for life. I think diabetics should look into it. Check with your doctor, of course. And then green tea. Yeah, you'd have to drink about 7 cups of green tea a day to get fat burning effects. That's a lot. That's a lot of caffeine as well. And if you love tea, then go for it. But there's even a decaf mega capsule that I recommend if caffeine's, if you're sensitive to it. And it gives you a lot of the green tea, which number one has been studied to help with cancer, of course. But more importantly, I'm just kidding, it burns fat.
Woo!
It's a thermogenic, so it can access those fat stores and really get things moving, especially when you're doing the kind of things you are, which is the workouts and the diet and all these great things. So those two things combined, chromium and green tea, I've seen great results with clients, and I've been on it forever. I'm 84. I think I started when I was, I'm kidding, I'm not 84. You're supposed to be like, no, you're not.
Only a day for
No
25.
wonder this youthful aging is.
Yeah, my book sells off the shelf.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So just to tap on that, I just have a question. So what about drinking decaffeinated green tea? Not only to add the supplements in, but for us who are drinking tons of water and we're not drinking pop or anything like that, but we just want something to kind of add a little something in to quench the thirst. Can we drink tea?
Yeah, actually, and I'm good with like caffeine. I personally, I'm a coffee drinker, and I don't always love decaf product because there's a processing that goes on. But 7 cups is a lot. But by all means, you can drink it. I just like to know if you buy a vitamin line that is reliable and it tells you how much you're getting, and that's what I like, because you don't really know how much you're getting in the tea when you're steeping it, and it can be a little difficult to tell. And you want at least about 1,000 milligrams or a gram of these.
Adding on top of that, will that hurt anything? Like if you had a cup of.
No, you're nourishing and nurturing your cells with antioxidants. It's awesome.
Do you have a green tea that you absolutely love drinking?
You know what? I'm not a huge tea drinker. If anything, I drink rooibos. Rooibos, because it's decaffeinated naturally, and it's one of the most potent antioxidants in the world. Rooibos is from Africa. It's a really rich, dark tea, and Numi makes a great rooibos. So if anything, I'll drink that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a total coffee whore?
I'm a coffee whore.
The rest of us in this world?
Yes. I love it. My granny is 95, drinking coffee like it's going out of style.
Black.
I'm pretty convinced it's good for us.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. So also something to think about, I know that is a big thing, is if anybody does decide to go ahead and drink some green tea, remember, that is not adding anything into it. You're not putting sweeteners into it. You're not putting all that into it. And that's, I have found that sometimes taking the supplement, like you told us, is easier as well, because you're not going to be able to throw cream in there or different things in there that maybe will get you to not eat your meal and just drink on tea all day long.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like down south, they have sweet tea, right?
Yeah.
Sweet tea.
But
do that, or use Splenda or something like that, and we're trying to clean ourselves, not add more stuff in.
But I do want you girls to see. I don't know if you saw. I did a Facebook Live this morning, actually, on monk fruit sweetener.
Oh.
And if you don't know about it, go on and order some. You'll get 20% off with my code. Like, you might as well. It's reasonable. And it is a fruit, but there's, again, 0 calories, 0 glycemic spike, tastes and looks just like sugar. So if you do, and again, I think the healthier we get, you'll probably agree, like you don't even really crave sweets as much. But if you do and you want to throw some in your tea, monk fruit is a great option.
So monk fruit, and where can they eat on your Facebook page? Did you put it on?
You can also put it on yours if you want. It's lakanto.com. That's LAKANTO, the Japanese company that ships in the US and Canada. And then if you want to get 20% off, all your viewers can use my code. It's JBL20 at checkout.
JBL20.
Yeah.
And it's monk fruit. And we're so going to do that and report back on what we thought of the monk fruit.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, I made an apple berry crumble the other day on my YouTube.
Oh.
I used only monk fruit sweetener.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Was it delicious, Jay?
Vegan, gluten-free. It was really, really good.
Oh, God love you.
So Jay Bradley Lifestyle is on your YouTube channel, right?
My YouTube is the name of my book, which is Live, Look, Feel.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. So at Live, Look, Feel on YouTube. Jay Bradley Lifestyle is my website. Jay Bradley Lifestyle is my Instagram. And then my Twitter is at Live, Look, Feel.
Oh, cool.
Because they don't allow, some of them only allow shorter names.
Yeah. Good grief. Well, that's awesome advice. And then now everybody knows where to go grab that and take a peek, because why don't we want to add in a great sweetener for us that does wonderful things, and then we can bake amazing things like Jay.
Yeah, and I've actually had monk fruit in Taiwan, and it was pretty amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The real fruit of monk.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Well, they actually track it to the monks. That's apparently why.
She's hilarious.
That's how I remember it, but it's not really a monk's fruit.
Well, I don't know. Lakanto says that the monks were using it thousands of years ago.
Okay, so
were.
then I'm not totally off.
She honed in on that, and that's hilarious.
I'll
I
never
love it.
forget it. The fruit
Yeah.
of
As soon as I have some, I just kind of want to sip. It's weird.
Oh my gosh.
She's really good.
Okay, on point. Question 4.
I feel like I'm on a game show. Okay.
Okay, for $400.
What would you say is the best advice for people who, just like the Besties, Oren and I,
And Jay.
yes,
And all of
Jay,
you.
who are starting their fitness program, what are the best tips and tricks for staying motivated?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, number one, you guys are doing it. Find a friend. Like, seriously, what a
Tribe, right?
if you have the money, hire a trainer, hire a coach, engage somebody else so that you can be accountable. That's huge because it's so easy to slack off on your own. So congratulations for doing that. So seriously, right? You push each other and it's more fun.
It is super fun.
She's super competitive.
I love it. So that pushes you even harder.
And I'm all about form and like doing it right. And come on now, stand up straight. Let go.
She's too legit to quit.
Kind of.
That's great.
And I can dance like that too.
I think I could use a workout with you too then. After all
I
these
get
years.
myself in trouble too with being competitive and pushing too hard. So I'm also trying to keep like.
You mean like the sprint 9 that you did instead of sprint 8?
Sprint 8.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll tell everybody. We ended up doing one extra round. We didn't calculate properly, so at least we didn't do 7, but we did 9. But today we did 8, and we're back on point with the program.
Yeah, for sure.
We're always on point. We just miscounted.
That's okay.
We were sprinting.
You know what else I would say is consistency is always the key, and I talk a lot about this in the book because it's not about hard work. Because if we have to work hard all the time, we're not going to do it. Nobody wants to work hard. But if you can just commit to taking some small steps, even if it is getting to the gym and just stretching, like seriously, at least you've gone and you feel proud and you feel good about. So doing things that are achievable, I think, is important because then you can feel pride in what you're doing and be like, yeah, I did that today. Maybe I didn't do all of it, but I did some of it. And I think that's so important. And just start slow. We talked a little bit about weight training, and if you can just work out each muscle group once a week, right? Just even if it's some resistance bands or something, and then throw in some of the sprint dates. But again, go at your own pace. You probably are frantic, both of you, on the sprint date. I could just see you, right? It just felt slow, dude.
Thank God it doesn't have wheels.
Yeah, I was off it this morning, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I figured as much, but people can literally do it, and that's the thing. Don't be afraid of that video, by the way, people. Do it at your own pace. You don't have to go crazy. I do it with a client sometimes, and he's a little older than I am, and he just likes to take his time a little more. He's still getting his heart rate up. So those are definitely a few tips that make it a little easier. Start slow.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Thank you for that. And also, if you guys have not looked, check out Jay's Live, Look. I'm messing it up. Feel.
Live, Look, Feel.
YouTube channel. Live, Look, Feel. The Fruit of the Monks. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He has this amazing, and on his website, he has a really, really cool video. You have a great video, Jay, that is of the resistance band. So if a lot of people, and we were trying to really challenge, part of the Try Something New challenge and the Bestie lifestyle is also reminding people you're not alone, that we are starting from the beginning, that there are unbelievable professional people like Jay that have put things in place for us to do it right, to not feel like we can't handle it, to not be afraid and not know what to do in the gym or at home. So you also have a really great band workout that people can check out as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I know it can be overwhelming. I think I told you girls I started working out at 13. So that what did I say? 35 years or 35 years of working out. So for me, it's just common sense. It's like, well, this is what you do, but I have to remember that. I've been doing it a long time, and I know in the beginning, especially, it can seem overwhelming, but that's why, like you said, just look for, what you girls are doing is amazing. You're educating people, sharing helpful tips that are accessible, and it's awesome.
Yeah. And Jay also has an amazing, amazing coaching special going on. So check that out as well. This has been the coolest, Jay. We just thank you so much for what you're doing. And being a part of this in the Bestie lifestyle, and also in the challenge, really seeing what people are doing, and we're so excited how people are rallying around each other, and we just can't wait to do this globally.
Right.
That's one of our biggest things is
Oh,
to
that's
impact
exciting.
the world, right? And to meet someone like you that we can now share with everyone else and just link arms and go for being healthy and feeling really good and not alone in it.
And just remember, we're all part of your community. So if you're feeling alone out there and you don't have a bestie, we're your besties.
Yes,
We
we're
can
all
be your tribe,
besties.
your
Jane's our
community.
bestie.
Yep. So we're your tribe, your community, and we're here for you. So
That's
we're
amazing.
your accountability partners. We can do this with you as your team.
Yeah.
Don't give your address out, girls, because they might
No,
just
we
go
won't.
up with
But
you.
Right,
We'll give
Jay?
you Jay. He's somewhere in
We
Hollywood.
will send you to Jay.
Somewhere near the Hollywood sign. Okay.
We're near the Hollywood
He's
sign.
somewhere near it, and the
You'll see him running through the hills.
all we have to do is hang out by the Hollywood sign, I think.
That's all.
Somewhere.
Someday on a nice day when
On the
Jay
beach.
needs oxygen.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
And I know you talked about my site, but my book seriously is so, and I'm, this is little whatever advertisement, but I really mean it. That people who are starting out, my book is perfect because it's a 12-week guide for people. It's called Live, Look, Feel, the 12-week guide to live longer, look younger, and feel better. So it actually takes you step by step. And so it's perfect for people who don't know what they're doing. It makes you accountable, and it has places to take notes and journal, and it introduces you to diet, exercise, meditation, the other spiritual, emotional aspects, which are important.
I love it.
Whole body wellness.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Get your book. Can they get it on Amazon?
Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and Jay Bradley, Live, Look, Feel.
Okay. Well, besties are going to get the book because we can never get enough of Jay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for supporting us. We would love to hear your feedback in the comments. We give a huge shout out to Jay. We so adore you and love you and just extend major blessings upon your life.
I love you both
Part of
too.
this and what you're doing for this community and this world.
Mhm.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you, Jay.
Yep.
My pleasure.
And,
From the besties to you.
and our other bestie,
Yep.
Jay,
Who are two people just like you.
on a mission to change this world.
Yep.
I love
Okay.
it.
We love everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Jay.
Bye.